So thank you all so much for having me come today and for the privilege of getting to connect with these young people. I've been asked to speak for the next 3 hours, so make yourself very comfortable. No, I wouldn't do that to you. So, dear world as it could be, how dare you make me speak after hearing the voices of these extraordinary young people? This is intimidating for someone. It's very intimidating for me. I dropped out of school, stopped going after 23rd grade. That is a true story. I told them that. And some folks think that if you go to school a long time, you have all the answers, that you can give sage advice. It's a lie. I believe that all of us are doing the best that we can every single day. That all of us are really stumbling, hopefully, in the right direction. But we keep on going. When we do fall, we get up and we keep on moving. I want to say a couple things about rites of passage. I love being an educator for lots of reasons. I feel like one of my primary responsibilities is to make sure that all of the young people in our community have opportunities. It's all about making things happen for others, because those who don't have opportunities are being robbed. And I am so proud to see these kind of leaders, because we know we adults, we've mucked up this world pretty good. And we need some fresh perspectives, from some new energy to truly make a difference. And all of us adults are counting on you to make that happen. The other great part about being an educator is we have beginnings, we have middles, and thank goodness we have endings. Everybody loves summer vacation. Maybe not all the parents do, because their kids are around all the time. But everyone likes to have a break. And that provides an opportunity for us to stop and reflect and think about where we came from, what happened, what lessons we learned, and most importantly, what's next? How are we going to do things different next time around? And that's a gift, and that's part of what this process is about today. What have you learned, and what are you going to do next? You're not done. You're just beginning. And that's important to always remember. So I want to say a few words about the importance of asking questions and reflections. And one of the things that I was most impressed with as I heard these young people was clearly they have taken the time to ask themselves, who am I and what am I here for? These are just the beginning kinds of questions that we ask ourselves. Woody Allen once said that 90% of life is just showing up. And these folks showed up consistently over the course of this school year. But Woody Allen got it wrong, because it's not just showing up, it's how you show up. And I want to just share an observation that may have been true for all of you. When we walk into a room and we don't know people, those people look a little bit scary or strange. They're different from us. We got different races, cultures, ages. That can be intimidating. So I want to ask all of you, as we heard these strong voices of these young people, they're no longer scary. They are all beautiful. Every one of these young people is beautiful. And so one of the things that I'm going to ask is that you continue to cultivate your voices, those strong voices. You define how others will see you. Don't you ever let someone else define how you are seen. And I saw that today from each and every one of you. So my ask of you is that you continue along that path. One of the things as an educator that a lot of folks ask young people is, well, what are you going to be when you grow up? That's the wrong question. And a lot of us adults are still trying to figure that out ourselves. The more important question that we should be asking young people is, what problem do you want to solve? That's an important question. And we wrap our lives around solving those problems that are most important to us, that are most meaningful, that are going to make a difference for us. When I met with the group of students, we talked a lot about what are the attributes or the characteristics that help define success. And there's a mistake, again, that a lot of adults make. A lot of times we tell students, thinking we're doing them a favor by saying, you are such a smart kid. You are really bright. And that's the wrong message. Because what we are now learning with our brain research is that intelligence is not fixed. We get smarter if we push, if we challenge ourselves. And there's a whole new stream of research on resilience, on grittiness. It's not the people who are naturally bright that are going to transform the world and achieve success. It's those who have the greatest amount of grittiness, perseverance, passion. We saw examples of that today. And that's the kind of attributes that you should be cultivating in yourselves and each other. And that's what we need from all these allies in the room here. I'm part of an equity team in the district office. The purpose of the equity team is all the district leaders get together and we figure out, or we try to figure out, what are the ways in which we can ensure that we achieve more equitable opportunities and outcomes for the young people, for all 10,500 students in the San Lorenzo Unified School District. And the first fight that we had was just about that notion of outcomes or opportunities. We had some people in the community say, hey, you have to lay out outcomes in front of, opportunities in front of people, and if they go for it, great. If not, oh well, too bad. And that's a mistake. We have to make sure just presenting something to someone is not enough. We all need to hold each other up to make sure that we all are achieving the things that we want. So opportunities are certainly important, but we want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to reach their maximum potential, to achieve their dreams. The other kinds of fights we had were about words versus actions, behaviors versus beliefs. So if you want to change someone or change a system, do you start with the way they think, they feel, they believe? Or do you create new systems and forget about that? Do you focus on behaviors, beliefs, words, or actions? So there's this guy named Gandhi. I'm sure some of you have heard of him. In fact, his quote was in there. And I'm going to read a quote from him. He writes, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. Now, don't throw things at me, but I actually think he got it wrong. And let me tell you why. And I'm just one person. Again, don't trust a word I'm saying. Figure it out yourselves. But I actually believe, and there's a line of research that says that our beliefs and values follow our behaviors. Let me say that again. Our beliefs and our values follow our behaviors, not the other way around. Hey, if I try and be more tolerant, if I try and be more, understanding. No, you do it. You make your body do it, and then the beliefs and thoughts follow. There's a great YouTube video talking about the power pose. And there's a lot of research to show that if you're feeling depressed, one way that will actually change that is you stick a pencil in your mouth because it makes you smile. If you have a pencil in your mouth, you can't frown, and all of a sudden, you start feeling better. There's research that supports this. There's other research that shows that if you adopt power poses, not only will you feel better, but people will perceive you as better. Now, anyone a Warriors fan in this room by any chance? Okay, I need some help here. What does Draymond Green do when he just does right back there, show it off here? I want everyone to do that right now. What's Draymond Green's pose when he does that? Right, has anyone seen this? Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever seen when they cut to commercials and they'll show pictures of Steph Curry after he's scored and he's got his mouth open, his hands in the air? Put your hands in the air, everybody. Like, give me that power pose. No, like you mean it, not like you're yawning. There is research that shows that if you're going for a job interview and you know, before you go to a job interview, everyone's all nervous, right? You go to the bathroom, you make sure you don't have potato chips on your face. Everyone kind of gets themselves ready. But if you assume the power pose in the bathroom or anywhere else where no one can see you, that you are more likely to get that job. You are more likely to get it. So take a look at what people do when they are successful and do those things. It's not just about posing. Let's be clear about that. You still have to put in the hard work. But think about the actions you have to do each and every other day to be the kind of person you want to be, to create the world as it could be. So I want to leave you with just a summary of some of the things that I've highlighted here. First of all, what we're talking about here is working hard and being nice. And you have all demonstrated your ability to do that over these past few months. We also want you to have a little fun along the way. It's not all hard work. Working hard is fun, especially when you're doing it with like-minded folks who share your values. So I want to, on behalf of the San Lorenzo Unified School District, in partnership with the Reach Center and DCEL and all the other organizations, in support of all of our families and friends and supporters who are with us today, we want to thank you students for the changes you have made, but more importantly, the leadership that we know you will exhibit in our community and our world. Thank you so much.